Yo guys, Spiderbot here. As you should already be aware, the Zombies official launch trailer has been released by Treyarch on the Call of Duty YouTube channel, and I did post a video about some of the details from a joystick article earlier today, but I wanted to take a more detailed look at the trailer. I'm basically going to run the trailer through and stop at various points and have a little bit of a discussion about some of the epicness that is Zombies in detail for you guys, and I wanted to take my time for this, so didn't want to rush it. I'm probably not going to be the first person to upload a breakdown video, but hopefully I can try and make it informational and entertaining for you guys. So let's get started. Alright, first thing we noticed right away, this game has been rated mature 17 plus by the ESRB. Blood and gore, intense violence, strong language, suggestive themes, and use of drugs? Nice! Alright, so first thing we're going to take a look at here is the bus that is being driven around during this trailer, and I'm going to post a picture in comparison of the bus from Nuketown Zombies in Black Ops. And the bus design, I know it's not the same. The one from Nuketown is actually a school bus. This one looks to be like a regular commuter bus that you'd see in the city. But the design, the physical design aspects are actually quite similar. So it may be that we can place the era of the zombies infestation, at least this transit sort of mode area, in the past, in around the time, possibly shortly after the time of Nuketown from Black Ops. The other thing I wanted to make mention is the yield sign on the road here. The yield sign is on the left side of the road, which may possibly indicate the location of where this map is. As of approximately today, there are 76 countries that have left-hand traffic, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Cyprus. So it is quite possible that the map location is somewhere in Europe. Alright, I'm just going to run that opening sequence through again, and it looks like we have Fallout. So what that may indicate is that perhaps this is a continuation from Moon, where we thought, you know, and there was some debate on that, whether we were actually on Earth, whether we were actually in Area 51 on Earth after the rockets hit. Right, we saw that when we were watching from the moon. We saw the rockets hit, and we went back, and it was kind of like a wasteland. Well, it looks like we've got Fallout. You see the Fallout coming down from the sky. So either, you know, possibly we're on a continuation of Moon, and we're back on Earth, and maybe it's a few years later. I don't know. Or it's quite possible that maybe there's no relation to what happened on Moon at all. I would assume that they're going to continue, or at least touch upon the storyline that we've already seen in World at War, Black Ops. But it could be that maybe this is just an entirely new nuclear disaster. Who knows? I guess we'll see once we start playing, right? Yeah! Alright, so let's talk about this for a bit. If you go back to the previous video that I uploaded earlier today, I do talk about the different game modes in Black Ops 2 Zombies, and the one game mode in particular is called Transit, which adds scale to the original game type and acts as the primary mode for zombie players now in Black Ops 2. So you're not stuck in one location. You have various locations, and we'll see later in the trailer, that you can go to from point to point to point, and these locations can act as single-player maps or co-op player maps in the game mode Survival, but they act as just a portion of the map in this mode called Transit, and you can actually move from location to location. You don't have to stay in one area. You don't have to barricade yourself in and ultimately die in that area. You can play in that area. You can interact with the environment. You can either go on the bus. The bus acts as the transit system, or the fast transit system from location to location, or you can hoof it. I mean, you can go into the fog. You can just go out into the environment and go from location to location on foot. What I'm assuming this bus is, because of the from what we've seen from images from the past trailer, as well as images that have been released by Treyarch, through Xbox, was it that possibly the driver is robotic and you know, the sound, the music that plays is kind of like from a music box. So perhaps that this is a robotic bus driver. Zombies can attack the bus, obviously, that we've seen. And my thinking is that it's automated, so it travels from location to location. If you catch it, great. You know, it'll stay stopped so that the players can actually get onto the bus. But then it goes. I mean, maybe you don't actually interact with the bus to say, "Hey, driver, let's go." The driver just stays there for a certain period of time. You get on, and then he's gone, and then you have to wait until the next time he comes around if you want to take the bus to sort of from that location to the next. Once again, sort of the design of the map, the design of the bus station leads me to believe that this is definitely in and around the time frame of sort of Nuketown from Black Ops. So, you know, 50s, 60s, whatever the time frame was. It looks like the design here is of that time frame. There's a building across the road with a sign with the text Stella. Now, I was looking up on Google some logo images for Stella, and you know, I don't think I really have access to any you know, vintage logos going back to the 50s, 60s. But you know, the first thing you think of is Stella Artois in Belgium. I believe it's Belgium. But you know, again, I tried looking, you know, old Stella logo. I couldn't really find anything in there. And if you just search for images Stella logo, I mean, you see a bunch of different kinds, but not one that really matches the logo that appears on that building. So we're not exactly sure what that building is. If you do have information about it, please leave a comment in the description for us. All right, so I broke out this image. I'm not sure if there's much I can really say about it here. I mean, the only thing, I can't get a clear view of the Stella building. I think it's a little more to the right and down from this image. It looks like there's a car on top of one of the buildings on the right side. I'm not sure exactly what that building looks like, but it looks like there's a car on top of that building. Obviously, we've got debris. We've got the fallout that we can see again. So I don't know if there's really anything else to pick out from this image, but thought I would post it anyway. Alright, so this next image, again, the zombies have blue eyes, which may possibly indicate that Richtofen is in control of them, if there is that tie-in to the previous zombie storyline that we've enjoyed so much in World at War and in Black Ops. Also, if you heard the audio, and I'm going to replay it here a couple of times right now. Alright, although you don't actually see it, that sound does indicate to me that there are hellhounds in Black Ops 2 Zombies. I mean, that's pretty much the identical hellhound sound that we had starting on Shinonuma in Call of Duty World at War. So, I definitely think there are zombie hellhounds. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see an image of one, or one attacking us. That would have been epic. Okay, so here's an image of the bus at the bus stop. We got zombies just pouring on in here from all directions, it seems, and I believe that the players are now on the bus. It sort of fits in with my thought that the driver of the bus is actually robotic, because the zombies wouldn't maybe not necessarily attack the bus unless there were humans inside, right? I mean, they go after flesh. What do they need with a bus and a robotic driver? You know, unless of course they are also attracted to the sound of the bus. But as we've seen from zombies, I mean, the zombies are attracted to flesh. I mean, that's who they go after. They go after the players, and they beeline it to the players. So they shouldn't really care about a bus with nobody on it. And there was also talk, when I referenced my earlier video from today in that joystick article, that traveling via bus would be difficult. And we have seen from the actual teaser trailer how fast these zombies can move. Even if the bus is moving and going full speed, that some of these zombies can even catch the bus and jump on the bus. But you know, if they are that quick, then I can see, yes, it's going to be a difficult proposition. I mean, if the bus comes into your location, I mean, number one, you got to break out of whatever building you were in, or sort of defensive position you were in. You got to break out of that, get on the bus. Then you got to deal with the zombies attacking the bus. And then once you pull into your next location, you got to get off. Presumably there's only possibly one or two doors on the bus that you can exit from, and it might be difficult. So and that's the time, that's the complexity, right? Do you take the quick travel on the bus where it's potentially more dangerous, or do you go on foot and maybe it's not? But it'll be interesting to see how they differentiate the speed of the zombies, because if the zombies can run after the bus and jump on it and catch it, then if you're on foot, I mean, you don't stand a freaking chance, right? Okay, so here's the first weapon shown in the game. This is most definitely the Chicom CQB SMG that is part of the multiplayer, and that sort of goes against the time frame. I mean, now we're looking at, okay, this is a mix of time frames perhaps, or maybe we're just in an alternate reality to begin with, where we have this mix of time frames with these new weapons. And the Chicom CQB is actually, it doesn't exist in real life, but it's based off of a JS9, which is a variant of the QCW-05, or a Type 05 Chinese submachine gun. But I'll post an image of the multiplayer icon for the Chicom CQB, and you can see that these weapons are pretty much identical. Alright, so we don't get a very clear picture or image of this weapon, but I think we do see it in a few moments in the trailer, or a little later in this video. But it looks like it's the M1216 shotgun, and this is a fully auto shotgun with 4 tubes holding 4 rounds each for a total of 16 rounds. And this is a shotgun that is going to appear in the multiplayer, but it does look fairly identical. I'll post the image from the multiplayer, and you can sort of compare for yourself, but we will get a better image of this in a few moments. This one definitely looks like the M8A1 assault rifle. Again, I'll post the image from the multiplayer for Black Ops 2, and otherwise known, I guess, as the XM8. And the XM8 was sort of an experimental weapon, or is an experimental weapon, and the M8A1, obviously, we're in the future, in 2025 multiplayer. But again, it just appears as though we are incorporating all the weapons that are in the multiplayer, which has been the case anyway for not only World at War, but also Black Ops Zombies. Alright, last but not least here, we see the Olympia shotgun. Now, the Olympia has actually not been confirmed, as far as I know, as a multiplayer shotgun in Black Ops 2. So, possibly there's going to be a mix. Maybe we're going to have all the Black Ops 2 weapons, the 2025 weapons, in addition to weapons that we've seen in previous Call of Duty, World at War, and Black Ops titles. Who knows? But here's the image from Black Ops. And it's pretty much identical. I mean, it is identical. It's definitely the Olympia. There's no freaking doubt about it, and that's pretty cool. I'm glad that that the Olympia is back, and they're actually going to be incorporating some of the previous title weapons in addition to the Black Ops 2 multiplayer weapons. Good stuff, Treyarch. Good stuff. Alright guys, listen, there's a lot more to the trailer, and I gotta split it off, because otherwise this is going to be like a 30 or 40 minute video possibly, I don't know, so I'm going to do it up in parts, but that is sort of my initial analysis of the very start of the trailer, and there's so much more. Maybe this will even span 3 parts, I don't know. I don't know, am I going too far with it? Maybe you guys should let me know, so when I'm working on the other parts that I kind of shrink it down a little bit. But I want to break it down and look at all the information, all the available information as much as possible, and try and piece things together. And if I did miss anything in this video with the first few seconds of footage that we actually showed from the trailer, please let me know, and I'll make sure to include it in the next part. Alright guys, thanks and enjoy. I'm Spider-Bot, and Black Ops 2 Zombies, baby. I'm out.